What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on William Nylander's injury. Following the Team Sweden's big win on opening day in the WJC and what it means going forward. Obviously, Team Sweden was able to get the win today against the United States, 1-0 shutout with his little bro Alex getting the highlight reel goal. It was really, really, really nice to watch. It's one of those situations. The player that led the hit, Chris Egley, suspended, and 3-game suspension to himself for the preliminary rounds. Kind of a tough loss for Switzerland. And I said it right after the hit. I think it was a suspendable-worthy hit, but at the same time, the game's changed in the last 15 years so much to the point where, if this were a tournament 10, 15 years ago, that hit's acceptable. The game, rightfully so, is deviated away from allowing that contact to the head, and it's a zero tolerance policy. So I can see both sides of it, but it's definitely a tough blow for the Swedes. Obviously, Williams lighting up the AHL, leading the league in scoring as a teenager, which is pretty rare. Obviously, you look at what David Pastrnak did last season. We'll talk about him in another piece, but it's a similar situation here with what the teenagers doing down there, and really just doing some great things and validating why he was such a high pick. So the team that picked him, the Toronto Maple Leafs, viewing him as a big part of their future and the key to the promised land, if you will. If I was the Leafs, if I was Brendan Shanahan, if I was Mike Babcock, I would have him back in North America getting evaluated by the Leafs doctors and just shutting down the tournament. There's a possibility he plays again in the tournament, and I'm not trying to screw a country's national team over, but all due respect, this kid is going to be an integral part of the Maple Leafs' future. And if he has a major injury, if I'm the Leafs, I'd want my medical staff looking at him and determining the best course of action from there. Having him on another continent with another whole group of medical people, not to take anything away from the guys Sweden has. I'm sure they're top of the line. But again, if I'm the Leafs, I want my guys taking a look at it and helping to make an evaluation on when he can return to the ice and what the course of action going forward is. So definitely an all-around intriguing situation. So something to keep an eye on. I like the kid's game. I mean, I've said it a bunch of times. Watching him play is a real joy. Watching both of them play. His brother's obviously really, really good as well. And I talked about it, a couple weeks ago. The possibility of the Leafs possibly drafting Alex Nylander and having kind of a Sedin situation, if you will. Something to think about. But anyway, that's all I got. Support of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.